So, salutations, family. Welcome back to the Electric Leaf, where it is my goal to assist you with nourishing your mind, your body, and your chakras. I hope that you guys are doing well, family. I really do. I hope that you all are doing well with all that is being displayed for us right now on a world level. And I hope that you're able to find some peace in your heart sometimes and nurture yourself a little bit sometimes, because it is very important right now. Very important. A lot of our physical ailments right now are pointing back at the aspect of ourselves that we may be neglecting. And so that symptom comes up to have a conversation with us, from a space that we'll be able to actually move energy and understand what the spirit is trying to convey. But the message for tonight is light workers versus shadow workers. Which one are you? Which one are you? Are you a light worker or are you a shadow worker? So I know that a lot of you are saying, oh, I'm a light worker, I'm a light worker, I'm a light worker, I'm a light worker. I'm not a shadow worker. There's no way I could be a shadow worker. Okay, so if that is the case, I understand, been there, I feel you. But we really have to come into the space of understanding that the light would not be the light if it wasn't for the darkness. Okay, the darkness and the light, they are the yin and the yang for as far as let's say the brow chakra is concerned. Okay, the light and the dark. So the darkness is that space of the shadow self. A light worker, let's say a good light worker, knows how to also navigate the shadow. A good light worker is also a shadow worker. And they have to be, because if what a light worker does is they actually shine their light and work their light in order to create a vibration for you, a vibration to the outside world. It helps to wake people up and influence others, those lights. But we have to also be conscious of balance and duality of energies. So if we know that light is used to convey messages, like a TV, for example, if light is used to convey a message, just like the TV is used to convey a message via light, then what is a light worker? What light workers do you pay attention to frequently, all the time? It means that a light worker is not always of good intent, right? If a light worker, if that's what they do, then we also need to understand the shadow aspect of light, right? How shadows are cast affect how things look, how things appear. Okay? That darkness is where you learn to grow your own light. There are some shadow workers who are here to cast shadows so that you can learn to become the light. And there are other shadow workers who are here because they may not want to help you cast the shadow onto you so that you can find your light, but they are able to recognize the relevance of a shadow in relationship to the light. Okay? So a light worker would shine their light to illuminate something or someone. All right? And why do you need a light? So that you can see. So if a light worker shines their light on someone and they see something, like for instance, let's just take it to something very simple that you can understand. When people do the hand puppets, the shadow puppets with their hands, they could create a whole story. Some people are really good with that. And they need the light to manipulate something real in order to see something on the wall, another image that's projected back to us. Okay, so you have shadow workers that work in that aspect of manipulating things that are to generate an idea of something that is not. Now, I know that probably sounds creepy, but those people are major manifestors because they're able to take that light and that shadow space and bend it over and 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 over until what's being projected on that wall as a shadow is now actually this thing. And that happens through visualization, the law of attraction, creation. That happens through somewhat of quantum theory. So when you have these, but that would be a good. Let's go with that. That would be someone with good intentions, right? But someone who understands that same skill, okay? Someone who understands that same skill can use it to generate fear. Can show you something to make you afraid. Can show you something to make you doubt who you are. Can show you something that it is not in alignment with your heart's truth. And then your fear is generating the energy needed to manifest that shadow into reality. Bring it from the shadow side into the third dimension. Okay. So we have to understand that a light worker is not necessarily a good intention driven person. You see that all the time. I mean, all over YouTube, all over social media, all over the internet. You see people who say that, love and light. They'll curse you out and call you anything but God. And then hit you with a peace. Hit you with a peace. Peace. Peace, queen. Peace, king. And then hit you with the most disrespectful thing you ever heard out their mouth. And it doesn't mean that they are not light workers. It is an example of their intention. And we don't even really know anybody's true intention. So that's why we, as those light workers and shadow workers who are of good intent, we must always shield ourselves with the light of love. Because, light can be blinding as well. That blinding light, it causes some eyes to just pass you by because you're on a completely different vibration, a completely different frequency, so they don't see you. So you are protected. Like the reading that we posted last about how light workers, you better not go to sleep. You don't you dare go back to sleep. Yeah. So with that being said, let me segue on over into a shadow worker that is not of good intent and they're not of bad intent. These are our brothers and sisters who are sleeping, or let's just say that they are completely enamored by the shadow puppet picture that's going on the wall. Let's put it like that. Let's put it like they're seeing these shadows and they are so afraid that they are actually giving it so much of their power and force that they're bringing the shadows to life. Okay? Those are the shadow workers who we have to shine truth on. We have to shine truth and illuminate that space between the hands and the projection on the wall, so that our brothers and sisters can see for themselves. It's not for us to beat over somebody's head what's right and what's wrong. It's just for us to illuminate the facts, or just for us to illuminate and let the facts be what they declare, and still loving and glowing in spite of. Okay? Shadow workers are also able to inspire healing. Okay? You know, like we said, they block and shield. A shadow is going to cast a space where the light can't enter. It's going to cast you into darkness. Okay? And once you're in that darkness, and you must understand that shadow workers do this to themselves. We manifest these experiences, okay? Or let's just say light workers who understand the depth, the duality of our gift, we actually will manifest these life-changing experiences that feel like the most horrible thing people can experience. We will manifest those things just so that we can be in the darkness, just so that we can be in that solitude and be alone, so that we can plug in directly to the divine, to the Most High, in that shadow, in that darkness. And there again, build and manipulate those shadows through our own light into what we know we want to experience, and pull those things from the shadow space into our reality. Okay? You know, and how you know whether or not you are a light worker, I want light workers and shadow workers to be of the same value, because they're both on two ends of the same energy, if that makes sense. So neither are good nor bad. But how you know whether or not you have good intentions or bad intentions is simple. You ask yourself, am I love or am I fear? And if you're having a difficult time answering that question for yourself, you know, if you honestly are not able to answer that for yourself, or if you're going back and forth with it a lot, you should get a mentor. You should get a mentor. I definitely got a mentor, and she helped me to see so many spaces that I was really, really living in fear. And she always reminds me of that as well. You know, like, hey, make sure you come from the heart. Make sure you big kid right now. And it's not easy all the time, you know. But the more I do it, the better I become. And I had to embrace that space of being in utter darkness and feeling absolutely alone, even in shared spaces with people. You know, when the divine steps in and wants to talk to you, everything else is getting shut down. The divine will make you alone so that you can connect to the one source of truth and the one source of love. Oh, and another thing, shadow workers also deal with unconditional love. Unconditional love, the shadow workers. Okay? And that is a whole nother video within itself. So if that's a topic you all would like to understand, if that's something that would help you on your spiritual journey, let me know. And comment. Tell me what you think about light workers and shadow workers. You know, let's have a discussion. So until next time, family, continue to vibrate love and vibrate well. Peace.